Hi, I'm Marc from Vera Control and welcome back to my Vera Connected Smart Home. Today we're on the second floor and we're going to talk about a special application that I use the stuff that I already have here in my second floor for another application. So over here, camera right, my left, is the shared children's bathroom and guest bathroom. Behind me is the master bedroom. Opposite me are the kids' bedrooms, and over to camera left, my right, is our guest room. At 9:15 at night, I automatically have this light up here, and that's why I'm on such a wide shot so that you can just make out that there's a light fixture up there. I have this light and the other lights around the house turn off. I also have my front door and all of my doors lock at that time. If anyone ever needs to get up in the middle of the night, I don't want them to walk out into a dark hallway. So I use this motion sensor as a trigger. Now this motion sensor is also used for security within the house, but I use this motion sensor as a trigger so that if anybody gets up in the middle of the night, whether it's the kids calling us, my wife or I, or it's the kids getting up and having to go to the bathroom, as soon as motion is sensed, this light and the downstairs foyer light automatically come on at 10%. So I'm using the devices that I'm using for other applications in the house for a second purpose, to create a night light. Now let me show you in the UI how we do that.
From the dashboard, we start by clicking on Scenes, then Add Scene, and the first thing we're going to do is select our trigger. Now remember, we have two videos on scenes. The first one is the power of scenes, and the second is the how-to video. You should see links for those right on the bottom of your screen if you want to learn more about what you can do with scenes and how you can do it. So we'll begin by selecting our trigger. In this case, we're going to use a device. So we'll click on the arrow, and we're going to select our device. In this case, it's going to be the second floor hall motion. We'll click on that arrow and we'll select the state that we want that to be in. In this case, it would be whenever the second floor hall motion is armed and detects motion. And then we'll click on validate. Then from here, we're going to click on the clock face that appeared after we set up our trigger. That allows us to restrict the trigger to certain times of day. So we'll click on the checkbox and we'll select the times of day that we want this to run. So in this case, it's a night light. I want it to run from 9:15 at night until 6:30 in the morning. And you can choose what days of the week that you want it to run on. I've unhighlighted Sunday to disable it just to show you how to do that. When you've set this up, you click Done, and then we'll go on to the next step. What do we want to have happen? Let's select some devices. We're going to select, in this case, the foyer lights and the second floor hallway lights, and then click Next. We're going to set the state that we want each of these dimmers to be at. So I want the foyer lights to come on at 10%, and I want the second floor hallway lights to come on at 10%. I'm doing the foyer lights as well in case somebody wants to go downstairs and get something to drink or something like that. And then click Validate. You might be asking yourself, so great, I've turned the lights on at 10%, but I don't want them to be on all night long. Of course you don't. So we use the delayed action, and we click on the plus by delayed action. And we have two choices here, immediately or wait for. So I want this to wait for 10 minutes. Then I click validate. And again, I'm going to check my foyer and second floor hallway lights. And I'm going to set them to off. So what we've just done is set those two lights to turn on from motion at 10% and then to turn off automatically 10 minutes later. The last thing that we need to do is to name the scene and select the room in which the scene is occurring in. When we're done, we click Finish, and it's just that easy.
So you can see how simple this is to set up. You don't need a lot of hardware. All you need is a dimmer and a motion sensor. For us, this is really a lifestyle benefit for us of what Vera does for us in our house. If you like what you're seeing in these videos and you want to be the first to find out about them, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to be the first to find out what's going on at Vera, like us on Facebook. If there's something that you want to say directly to me, or there's something you'd like to see me talk about in one of these videos, email me, training@getvera.com. And remember, at Vera, it's not about what we can do. It's about what you, our user, no longer has to do. Thanks for watching.